Hi, this is Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Friday, May 21st, 2021. The address we're inspecting today is 1204 Northeast Lenore Street, Portland, Oregon, 97211. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the closet cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras in the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, it should be noted that some sewer pipe made of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backed up before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspection must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made out of cast iron, ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspection recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. So we are in a clean out in the back bedroom closet. We are running some water from the tub and the sink in the main floor to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. We have pushed the camera through most of the piping under the house to where we're getting ready to leave the house, or we have left the house. And what the water that you see is that water from the tub and the sink on the main floor tying into our pipe. Everything that we see under the house is an ABS plastic drain waste piping, or at least everything that the camera's been through, which is good news. So here we are transitioning, and it looks like we're getting ready to leave the house. And as we transition, there's a little bit of a rough connection there, but then we go into an older cast iron. So right from the get-go, the sewer piping out in the roadway, or out in the front yard, should be considered. And looks like there is a clean out, or the potential for a clean out outside. So we'll reset the counter here. So we're definitely on the exterior of the house now. So this is from the outside of the house, right outside the foundation wall, moving forward. We're going to transition to concrete pretty quick like. So right from the get-go, because of the age of this piping, it would be highly recommended to have a sewer scope performed every 1 to 2 years, keeping an eye on things. And I think you kind of have to go into this knowing that, this is older piping out in the front yard, and this will most likely need to be updated in the future. And should be, again, going into this knowing that this is considered a deferred cost, even if we don't see any true issues right now or today. There is some deterioration here. It looks like for the most part our water flow didn't change. So it looks like for the most part we're still watertight there. But there is, some pretty heavy deterioration there. And it looks like there is the potential for another line tying in here. So we don't really know what that is. Yeah, that would be our east neighbor. And it may be capped off. It may no longer be in use or whatever. But we would highly recommend before closing inquiring with the neighbors or the city records, just to determine if there is known shared lines in this area of Northeast Portland. In most cases, Portland is recommending these be separated or must be separated. And so even if it's okay right now, in the future, one of the things that City of Portland might do is make it be separated if it is still in use. And again, we don't have any way of knowing that right now, short of knocking on the neighbor's door and asking them to flush toilets and stuff like that. So again, before closing, we would recommend inquiring with the city records, determine if there is a known or a shared party line. It's a big pipe. We'll go back outside and look and see if there's a rain drain on the outside of the house. It might just be a rain drain tying in, but I don't think so. This is, it's a large enough one where it looks like it would be something coming from another house. And so again, just as precaution, and like I said, it may not be in use whatsoever, but before closing, it's definitely some information that you want to have, because it's an expensive thing to separate a sewer pipe. if that area is capped off, you know, then it is what it is. It's just no longer in use, and we just need that information. Some more deterioration of this joint too. So we're seeing some pretty good aging and wear at the joints or junctions in this pipe. Again, I think you have to go into this knowing that this is most likely going to need updating into the near future. Looks like we've gone into, well, looks like we've gone into a terracotta clay tile. Yeah, so we're in an older clay tile piping. Obviously this is outdated, obsolete. Nobody's using soft clay tile sewer piping anymore. And they've had a lot of issues over the years with roots, bushes or tree roots finding their way into this pipe. So definitely an outdated or obsolete pipe coming off of the city branch or the city lateral out there in the roadway. And then we're going to turn and we're going to drop into the city lateral there, so 50 feet. And the lateral is terracotta also. Alright, so the recommendation is check and see, inquire to see before closing if there is a shared known party line in the neighborhood. And like I said, in most cases that will either need to be updated or separated now or in the future, and that's expensive, so that's why we highly recommend before closing getting that information from city records or the powers that may be. Also go into this knowing that, you know, as of right now, you take a snapshot of the property currently today, we're seeing some aging and wear, some pretty good aging and wear honestly, but appears to be in working condition at this point. So snapshot of the property currently today, the pipe still appears to be doing what we need it to do. It didn't look like we were losing any significant water or anything like that. There was some pretty good divots and deterioration where the two sections of pipe come together, but again, appears to be doing what we need it to do right now. I'm going to turn off the water and the microphone, drain everything out, and look at the pipe one more time in reverse.